Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and going from my review for Raw to Wonder. And this is a much nicer film and a much easier film to watch and to take in and really enjoy. And honestly, really loved this film, and I was really surprised because like the trailers come out, it looks like it could be a really sweet film. This is actually like blowing up at the box office too. This film's made almost like $100 million domestically, and honestly, it's probably not made for that much money. But this is such a sweet film about a young kid that has some facial deformities and going to school for the first time and dealing with other kids. But the thing is, it's not just about that. This is really about their family unit. And what I find so interesting is his story isn't just the most interesting part of this film. You also have his sister and the mother. Honestly, the dad's kind of shortchanged. Sorry, Owen Wilson, but you're funny in this movie. But honestly, I felt so connected with the story of the sister and felt so hard for her. I was honestly really enamored by so much of this film, and I really enjoyed this. This is directed by Steven Chbosky, who also wrote this along with a group of other people, so committee. But honestly, this film, it's well directed. It honestly balances all the different aspects of the story, the different characters very well, and I actually really liked how they set up the storytelling, where sections it's like character's name comes up and then you get some much needed interesting backstory and perspective on what's going on with them, and it really fleshes out the story. And I'm like, I actually really like that. I think that was a really awesome device utilized. I never once felt bored during this film. It has a nice breezy pace to it. It keeps going. Tonally, it does hit on emotional moments. It does get a little melodramatic at times and takes away from the movie a little bit, but honestly, I think it's a really well handled film, and it does actually hit emotionally, and I felt in this film. I honestly did feel for some of these characters and really liked that about this film. The cinematography done by Don Burgess, it's like high sheeny kind of cinematography, and it's not like super well shot. There's not going to be like super impressive framing and shooting in this film, but does a decent job. It builds off of the atmosphere the film's trying to make, so it does its job, but it's nothing really special for this film. In terms of the writing, I think the story and all these different aspects building up with all these different characters, I think is really awesome, and I really enjoyed that very much about this film. And the characters, you have the young boy Augie, who's great. His sister, I think, is really interesting. The mother has a lot of depth to her. Father has he's a lot of fun and builds some moments to cut the tension throughout the film, so it doesn't get like too super heavy. And they all feel very natural, and they feel like people that would be in this situation and how they would interact in this situation. And then you have some more of the supporting characters, some of the kids. I have to admit, I'll get to this, but some of the dialogue is a bit cheesy and not sold very well by the kids. And some of the kid acting's like, oh, it's fine, but some of it's fantastic, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the themes of what this film's dealing with all these different characters, it's like there's a main character, Augie, and dealing with kids and how they need to learn how to be good and understand and be accepting of other kids, but also with the sister, that balance of like when you're the other child, when the other child in the family has a lot of maintenance to them, they are going through a lot of things, and balancing, you want to be understanding for your sibling, but also it's like you're a person too and you need that love and affection. And the mother sacrificing for her children and trying to find balance of like doing what she needs to do or what she wants to do with her life and all those different things. And I think this film handles those things very well. From the acting standpoint, I did mention some of the kids seem a little cheesy and it's child acting, but Jacob Tremblay is fantastic in this film. I think he does a really good job. Isabella Vidovic plays the sister. I loved her in this film. I think she was great. I would love to see her in more films. Julia Roberts does a really good job as the mother. Owen Wilson does a great job of adding that comedic flair to the film. I think he really excels at that in this film. And even just the smallest role for Mandy Patinkin in this film, the way he delivers his lines feels so warm and heartfelt, and just they really made you feel at every moment when he's trying to convey something. There's one moment where he's in the office with a kid in the principal's office, and just one line felt so heart melting, and just, there you go, Mandy Patinkin. This film is very sincere and heartfelt tale, which is only slightly melodramatic, but this film was really great. I really encourage you to go see this. This film is for everyone. I think that's why this is becoming such a big success, especially in the holiday season. So I'm going to give Wonder an A-.